Alright guys, what's up? Mad V back again. This entire 4 for Life thing has been kind of dragged through the mud, and a lot of people have been just tagging people constantly and tagging other tags and just doing all kinds of other creative things with this 4 for Life. So I thought I would just throw another spin in on this 4 for Life thing, do the same thing that everyone else did, or at least certain people did, and I want to tag everybody else in the fragrance community to kind of counteract what they already did in terms of 4 for Life. Without further ado, this video in particular is going to be a 4 for Life, but a cheap as hell version. Exactly, just like that, cheap as hell. I am going to do a 4 for Life that is going to sort of mirror the one that I did before, which I was mocked about because they were all creeds. I'm sorry, but if I'm going to have to decide, I'm going to decide on keeping my expensive stuff. Each fragrance is going to represent a season. This is going to sort of mirror my niche 4 for Life that I did, or my girlfriend's pick of the 4 for Life that I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and start things off with the springtime. Springtime means freshness. We all know what springtime means. It means we're coming out of the butthole of winter. A perfect, cheap as hell fragrance for that is none other than Trendy. Now, Trendy is a green Irish tweed clone. So if that's the king of spring, then this is the king of spring's younger, cheap as hell brother. Very, very nice fragrance. I will say though that if you compare it side by side to green Irish tweed, it's quite apparent which one has the more natural and beautiful ingredients. I love it. However, it does kind of give me like a sweet tarts vibe. It's a very candied, sort of sweet opening, and then it dries down very similar to green Irish tweed.
Cheap as hell.
Cheap as hell.
But a lifesaver for the springtime. Okay, so now the next fragrance that I'm going to throw on this list is more of a riding into summer. It's really an all year kind of thing, but it is a summery, spring, summer, and fall-esque fragrance. It is none other than Hunter Intense. Now this one I guess is dubbed the Dior Sauvage clone. Not really, it's got a little bit of Dior Sauvage, a little bit of Bleu de Chanel, a tad bit of Versace Dylan Blue. So it is in that ambroxany sort of vibe. It is a tad sweet, but it is fresh enough to handle the heat. And it is actually a very, very nice and remarkably inexpensive fragrance. If you haven't really tried this, then this is something that you should definitely put your nose on. It's cheap. Our moth equals not expensive, okay? Unless you go into their niche line, and that's still really not that expensive. But this one is really nice. You would, I'm pretty sure, thoroughly enjoy this if you like Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, Versace Dylan Blue, or Coach, or any of those ambroxany flavored fragrances. Hunter Intense. I like it in my cheap as hell 4 for Life. So the next one on my list is Club de Nuit Intense Man. Now this one is obviously the younger, more lemon pledgier brother of, what? Sorry, which one? Oh, of course. Creed's Aventus. I know. There's 300,000 other clones that people are like, no, this is closer to Creed's Aventus. No, this one is the closest to Creed's Aventus. No, this one is the closest to the Pre-Back. This one is close. Shut up. This one is actually, in my opinion, one of the better clones in terms of longevity. This one lasts a really long time. I mean, beast mode, performance. The opening, yes, can get a little lemon pledgy, synthetic-y, which is a misnomer because synthetic doesn't always equate to bad or cheap. It just has a slightly less expensive smelling opening than Creed's Aventus. The dry down is on point. And if you're going to talk about batches, this one kind of aligns more with the smokier batch of the Creed Aventus line. This is more of a birchy kind of smoky. It's got the pineapple thing going and the lemon thing going, but the dry down is really where this guy shines and where it's almost indiscernible to actual Creed Aventus, unless you really slammed your nose against the skin and was really going back and forth, and then you're gonna get nose blind, so then you're not gonna smell different, so who cares, and what's the point? This is my fall-esque fragrance, and it works incredibly well basically all year long. I really wouldn't say like extreme heat summer, but other months, yeah, so definitely for the fall, this is a banger, a grabber. Get it, it's cheap. All right, so the final fragrance of this list is Club de Nuit Man. Dare I say, this is a sweet concoction, perfect for the blistering cold months, also for the fall, and especially for the winter. This is basically the clone of Paco Rabanne 1 million. Or any other sort of sweet, delectable fragrance that are using these modern, ambery, sweet DNAs that have really become mass appealing. This is a definition of mass appealing. Generally, people are going to gravitate towards something like this and love the way it smells. Not all people, but general. This is a fantastic fragrance. Longevity is not bad at all, and it smells expensive. It smells wonderful. It smells like it should be worn in the colder months, so therefore, that's why it's on this list. And it's cheap as hell.
Cheap as hell.
You're all tagged. Just do it. Have fun. Go through your collection again, and say, oh, you know what, what's good cheap as hell fragrance that I could show everybody? Say, you know what, maybe I don't have the money to spend on these niche, luxurious fragrances, but the younger, cheaper brothers, hey, let's give them a little love. I just chose Armaf because Armaf is the cheap as hell niche house. That was my 4 for life, cheap as hell edition. All right, so I hope you liked my list. Comment down below because you guys like to. Apparently I have a playground for a comment list, but do you guys do it. Have fun. I hope to see you guys soon. I will be uploading more content very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I wanna run to you, but then I run to you. That's a little bit much.